Teenagers have always sought their own independence, but for most of the 20th century, obtaining it required navigating a set of rigid physical boundaries. Entering the economy meant trading manual labor for an hourly wage, often within the fixed schedules of a local retail shop or a fast food kitchen. These opportunities were limited by what was available locally, whether you had a ride, and how shifts aligned with mandatory school schedules. In this era, a teenager's ability to earn was entirely defined by their physical location and the permission of local employers. Most people assume starting a business requires significant financial capital, a heavy upfront investment that outweighs the skills involved. The digital landscape removes this barrier. Time capital becomes the primary asset, allowing teenagers to invest hours instead of dollars. A new generation of American teenagers is using this shift to bypass traditional jobs and enter the digital gig economy from their own rooms. They only require an internet connection, a laptop, and the hours available after their homework is finished. In this environment, time functions as a liquid asset, giving young people a unique way to enter the market without needing a bank account or a business loan. It's too easy, bro. The modern digital marketplace is fueled by a constant, high-volume demand for content from both established businesses and independent creators. This ecosystem relies on specific microservices. A central node, like a YouTuber, requires specialized tasks: video editing, graphic design, and copywriting. These nodes connect through digital transfers, bypassing the need for offices, commutes, or corporate management. Clients often turn to younger freelancers who possess a natural fluency with digital tools and can provide quality work without the overhead costs of an agency. The internet has provided a steady, location-independent stream of digital work that teenagers are often the most qualified to perform. The process begins with the $0 pipeline. Instead of paying for a degree, teens use free online tutorials and open-source software to learn high-value technical skills. A teenager might spend a month practicing video editing or logo design after school, slowly building a portfolio out of their own practice projects. This leads to a compounding loop. As skills improve, they land a small client. A positive review from that client becomes the social proof needed to secure the next, larger project. When you realize that the only thing standing between you and a paycheck is a few weeks of practice and an internet connection, it's too easy, bro. In this pipeline, consistency and a willingness to learn are the only real requirements for entry. Imagine waking up to a notification that you've been paid for work you completed entirely on your own terms. That single transaction marks the moment a teenager moves from being a passive consumer of digital media to one of its active producers. Unlike the distant rewards of a school grade or a weekly allowance, this is a direct, measurable response from the global market. Successfully earning that first dollar online shifts how a teenager views their own capability and their place in the economy. While the income is the most visible result of this work, the experience also builds a layer of practical knowledge that rarely shows up on a bank statement. Freelancers must develop specific habits. They practice professional communication, manage schedules independently, and solve technical problems. These habits expand to fill a broader perimeter of life skills, providing a level of responsibility that traditional teenage roles rarely require. Whether they continue freelancing or move into a different career, they've already established a foundation of adaptability and professional discipline. The digital gold rush is allowing teenagers to spend their free time building a foundation of self-reliance that will serve them for decades. Because when you have the skills, it's too easy, bro.